Wait. That's not the right intro.
No?
No.
You have a better one?
I do. Ready?
Yeah.
Guten Tag! Welcome to the Drep and Stone Podcast, the podcast where two friends raise a glass and have a conversation. I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle.
I was trying to think of what would my name be in German, but I think it would be
Nicholas?
I think it would be Nick.
Still just Nick.
Kyle would be Klaus.
Klaus.
Maybe. I don't know. Hey, man, welcome to the next new season that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, what season's that?
That's the Oktoberfest season.
Oh, the best season.
I agree.
Because it's like it's the first, hint of the Burr months.
I knew it. There. I was like, I teed it up.
Yeah.
I teed it up.
Hit it. Swing away.
The Burr months?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's the whole. It's the last 4 months of the year. September, October, November, December.
Gotcha.
That hasn't been a phrase that I've been aware of my whole life until this year, but now I'm seeing it all over the place.
Oh, like people are saying it?
Social media and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Saw a lot of posts this year, like around the end of August, where it's like, here come the Burr months. I'm like, what the hell is a Burr? Oh no, you're totally right.
That's where the bears come out and
from the country.
Correct.
Right.
To the jamboree?
To the Magic Kingdom.
Oh, that's what it is.
Country Bear Jamboree.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, all the posts were always, like September, here comes college football, here comes Oktoberfest, here comes October, here comes Halloween, here comes November, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And
I'm for it.
We're in it. We're finally there.
See, when you say Burr months, though, I'm like cold, chilly.
Oh yeah, no, those are the airy months.
It's a little dreary outside right now. But it's like 85, 90.
I did look at the temperatures.
Yeah.
This morning.
And?
No, yeah, we got a low in the 60s right around the corner.
Really?
Like a couple days.
Burr.
Yeah, I think maybe like Thursday going into Friday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Upper
60s.
But
the low in the 60s.
I was not here.
Oh.
Yeah, because.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
It should be rather crisp where you're going to be.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago we mentioned the other season, which was the PSL season.
Right. Coincides with Oktoberfest.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I'm for it.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I love
one in the same, but yet completely different.
Yes.
It's a season surrounding a beverage.
Correct.
Something to do with the tastes.
Yeah.
But it does just trigger just happy thoughts.
Agreed.
I could fly.
Listen, man, there is nothing better to me than a Marzen Dunkel Oktoberfest kind of beer.
You say those words, and if I just had a sprinkling of pixie dust, I'd be off to Neverland.
It's like, where's he going? Neverland. Okay.
Happy thoughts.
Yeah,
happy thoughts.
I'm with you now. So, I got an idea.
What's that?
Why don't we try some Oktoberfest?
Man, we do it every year.
We do. Last year, I thought we did two separate episodes.
No,
we didn't.
No,
we did the the insanity of trying to do it all in one.
Yeah.
And can I just say before we get into this, I'm glad we're not doing that.
Yeah. No, I mean it was a fun experience to have, but it doesn't need to be done again.
No. What we're referring to is I think it was mid-October. Maybe we did a fall beer. I think we call it autumn beer or something like that.
Yeah.
Roundup.
Yeah.
Where we did some Oktoberfest and we did some pumpkin beers, and it was awesome.
Yeah. Great.
But it was also not awesome.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot.
Well, and I think we also did maybe 4 episodes that day.
That was a big day. I don't remember why we did that. There's a reason, but it was a big recording day for some reason.
I remember being done with that recording session and being like, whoo. Buddy.
Yeah. So I think that we've learned.
Yeah.
And we're going to split that into 2 separate episodes.
Try to spread out the love.
Yeah. So we're going to do an Oktoberfest episode.
Yep.
And then we'll do a pumpkin beer episode.
Separately.
Yeah.
Good call.
Exactly.
Good
exactly.
call.
How do you want to go about this?
I'm thinking this year, let's just make it random.
Okay.
Let's just pull out a beer, try it, taste it, ponder it, consider it, and move on.
Okay. I mean, we kind of know. Honestly, I've forgotten what we have.
Yeah, we've got, it looked like, if I remember correctly, 6 or 7.
We have 6 Oktoberfest.
6, there you go. So 6 Oktoberfest Festbier style beers.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit
Let's
it
do
up.
it. You want to go first?
I'll grab one.
Do it. Did you look? You looked.
Well, sort of, but not really. I just oriented my hand in the bag.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really
okay.
say I want that one.
Gotcha. What'd you get?
I pulled out the from Walking Tree Brewery.
Oh,
the Volksmarch Marzen.
It's
Marzen.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Volksmarch. Volksmarch.
Marzen. Yeah. Walking Tree is here in Florida. I think it's in Ocala.
Vero Beach.
That's right. Yeah. Not Ocala.
I don't think I mispronounced it.
I've been there.
Vero Beach.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah. I wonder see if there's any canned words really quick.
Sure.
Volksmarch is our take on the classic Oktoberfest lager. Light, bready, caramel on the nose, and the tongue. Oh, sorry. Light, bready, caramel on the nose and the tongue.
There it is.
'Tis the season.
Ooh.
Fits right in.
There it is.
What a start.
That's a great start. This is a tall boy can, too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. We got some new glassware here, Kyle.
Yeah, dude. I love what you just got set up here. This looks some real professional.
Well, we're supported by the patrons, and they allowed us to do this.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Let's crack into it.
Okay.
You got Volksmarch all over your face.
Yeah.
Lovely. That was a great pour that I spoke over.
I can't believe I didn't spill anything.
Well, there's still one pour left.
Yeah.
I think that is the correct amount.
That's all that's fitting in that glass.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
All right.
Man.
Beautiful color.
That is the correct color. Because if you got a Marzen and it comes out, I don't know, clear, you're going to be pissed.
Well, it should look pumpkin-y.
I agree.
It's got that orangey note to it.
It shouldn't taste pumpkin-y, but it should look pumpkin-y.
Yeah. Got that little orange note. It's not like all the way porter dark
by
any means. Even like brown ale dark.
Yeah.
But
you got some roasty, toasty notes. And that's going to set the Marzen apart. And I think we've talked about this in years past, but that's what really makes a Marzen is that you got some roasted malt going on.
Right.
Yeah, toasted malt maybe. Roasted, toasted.
Roasted, toasted Marzen.
Man.
I don't even have to smell it because it's on my mustache.
That is exactly what I want a Marzen to smell like.
Yeah. Caramelly.
Yep.
Malty.
Yep. There's always like a twinge of bitter, and I always associate it with like those maybe as you're roasting the malt, like some of them get just a little too dark. Yeah. It's like just a little
burn ends.
Little burn ends, yeah, in like the best way possible. Ooh. Man, I love the nose of a good Marzen.
Yeah, for sure. And I love Walking Tree. Like I saw this at the store and I immediately put that in my cart because anything I've ever had from Walking Tree has been fantastic.
Yeah, Carol and I visited the brewery over there in Vero, and it's in like a big open warehouse. At least it used to be. I don't know what they're working with now, but like it was a cool experience. It's what I want, or what breweries used to be, if that makes sense. Like about 10 or so years ago, like all breweries were really unpolished, and you were like the tap room was like inside the brewery.
Sure.
So like you're drinking right along with people working on beer.
Right.
I kind of miss that because like a lot of breweries now are really polished.
Right.
They're really like family friendly in that way, which is not a bad thing, but like I miss driving into the industrial parts of cities, and like that's where your breweries are.
Right.
All right, you ready? Ooh.
Yeah. Oh man, that bready aftertaste, man.
Ooh, that is
so good.
That's not Okay, so yes, these are all Marzen, so these are all Oktoberfest.
Yep.
Or Oktoberfest-ish beers.
Ish.
So they're at least the Marzens are going to have roughly the same, hopefully, flavor profile.
Flavor flow file.
So what to me sticks out about this is that bitter note.
Yep, on the end of it there.
Yep.
It's like that bite of an over toasted roll, maybe yeasty roll.
Yeah.
It's got that bitterness on it. But as you like chew and swallow the bite, it's just that nice bready, almost like sourdough kind of note just lingers.
Yeah.
Takes you to
sourdough note. That's
place.
Yeah, that's really good. And it's not overly sweet. It's super well balanced.
Yeah. But it's got the sweet off the front, the caramelly nature right at the tip of your palate. That bitter that you're talking about washes over the back end of the palate, and then you're just you do that.
Mm-hmm. I know. Yep.
And it's just that bready, doughy, deliciousness.
The aftertaste. The can doesn't have an ABV. I about wore the whole damn can.
Well, at least half of it.
Wow. That was
wow.
It doesn't have an ABV on it, but I'm going to guess somewhere in that 5 range. Like that's about where a Marzen should be.
That's wild. I didn't even notice that they didn't have it on there.
At least I don't see it unless I'm just, can illiterate.
No, I don't see it either.
Okay. Good on you, Walking Tree.
Yeah, I do love the Walking Tree. They got good stuff.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your turn.
All right. I'm just going to pull one.
Rich in the magic Oktoberfest bag.
Okay. Here I go. What am I going to get?
Oh, shit. Oh, that's not a beer.
Oh, sorry. Oh, all right. We've got the, how do you pronounce this?
Schlafly.
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 Oh, friends of the show, Schlafly.
Yeah, the Schlaflies.
We've got the Schlafly Oktoberfest.
Heck yeah.
It says it's an amber lager. It's 5.5 ABV. They actually have it on the bottle here.
Good on
Walking
you,
Tree. You want some bottle words?
Hell yeah.
Schlafly Oktoberfest is a traditional Marzen with a toasted malt aroma and slight caramel taste. You say caramel or caramel?
It's kind of like Caribbean and Caribbean for me. Just kind of how it hits me at the moment. But I'm pretty sure I use both.
Yeah, I think so too.
Caramel. I think I usually go caramel more often.
But I will also say caramel.
I almost like it's like if I just say it from my mind, it's caramel.
Yeah.
But if I'm reading it, I think I say caramel.
Caramel? But do you ever say caramel?
No.
Okay.
Never
yeah.
caramel.
Caramel. Schlafly Oktoberfest is a traditional Marzen with a toasted malt aroma and slight caramel taste. This rich amber lager is balanced by German noble hops, while the lager yeast ferments cold and slow, creating a crisp beer. It's available seasonally, in case you were concerned.
Most are.
Which is unfortunate.
Ooh. I can't tell you how happy I was when I walked in the store and they had Schlafly right there.
I really like this brewery.
Perennial favorite.
There's a Drep and Stone sticker at the Schlafly Bottle Works or whatever it's called.
No kidding.
Extra bonus points if you can find it. There might be 2 or 3.
Ask my sister to go over there, see if it's still there.
Yeah, it's still there. It's like the one in the Budweiser facility. It's definitely still there. Ain't nobody finding that. Like that building has to come down for you to get that. Like now that I could get my hand in there and stick it, but I don't think you can.
Nice.
Yeah, ain't coming.
Yeah, that one's there.
Color?
Beautiful color.
Same.
Same. I want to say this might be like a shade lighter.
I think this is a little cloudier.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Got a little haze to it.
When you lager a beer, so that lagering process is basically like cold fermentation. What happens is your beer kind of clarifies because it settles.
Right.
But I kind of like that it's not crispy clear here.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, it's not like, hazy IPA chunky.
No.
But there's a little, it's not like crispy clear.
Yeah.
On the nose?
It's a little subtler, more subtle on the nose.
Yeah, both work.
Subtly?
Sure. Subtlerly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going more malty on this one, where I think the Walking Tree leaned hard into the caramel right off the bat. This, to me, is going more malty off the nose.
I agree. I was going to go a little like brown sugary.
Sure.
Which I think is like absolutely malty. Man, that's a fantastic nose too.
Yeah.
I do agree. It feels a little more muted, but I think it's just because like the Volksmarch was like kind of bold, or maybe it's just because it was the first one.
Could be.
All right,
be for sure.
Going in.
Yeah.
Now that is a totally different note.
Yeah.
That leans fruity to me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't go
like
fruit.
like malty, but like bright malty, I guess.
I was going more in the direction of like subtle dark chocolate, like dark chocolate powder mixed with like almost a coffee note.
Interesting. I don't get coffee, but I could see the dark chocolate with the roasty notes. To me, it's like there's a like a fruity note there, and then it's followed by that chocolatey note.
What kind of fruit?
I don't know, because I'm
Like
almost
like
leaning
dark
like
fruit?
slight cherry, but not like maraschino cherry, like real cherry.
Yep.
There's a little bit of a fruit note, and then you got this like chocolate malty note that comes in afterwards.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that. It is kind of like a dark red apple, or
Yes. Yeah.
like almost like an overripe
Yeah.
apple.
I
like
could see that.
that generic apple. Forget what they're called.
Red Delicious.
Macintosh maybe.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's
Just like super subtle though.
that's fantastic, Schlafly. Good job.
It's really funny. Like now that like I've got air in the glass, more of that Schlafly, the pumpkin beer, how that sticks out my brain. I can see how these two are related.
Yeah. There's a thread, and I really appreciate that.
Similarity.
Yeah. Or like, I feel like maybe it's just the breweries that I've experienced here lately, but it's like all the beers are so different that you can't see this is this brewery.
Sure.
Where everything that I've had by Schlafly is like, oh, I see that this is you guys.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that good old St. Louis water.
Maybe.
I don't know, but
I have a friend that lives near St. Louis. Shout out to Sydney, who last year brought me some of the Schlafly porter.
oh yeah,
And she was like, take the porter, take the pumpkin.
Ooh.
Half and half that. And that's where it's at.
you know,
And she was not wrong. That was
in
amazing.
certain parts of the world, you would be removed for that.
Well, luckily, we're not in that part.
That
of the
is
world.
very true.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to move on to our next one?
Okay, let's do another beer.
Do it.
Here we go. First thing I grabbed. Oh, all right. Explain yourself, sir.
What?
I hold in my hand an Erdinger Dunkel,
You do?
the Weibier.
Yeah.
Weibier? Weibier.
Weibier.
Well, why do we have a Dunkel?
Well, here's my thought process. Okay.
Yep.
I threw this into the Oktoberfest beers because I feel like a Dunkel, which just is German for dark.
Sure.
A Dunkel exists within that realm.
Okay.
I think it's one of those beers that can kind of go either way. It can move into that wintry mix, if you will.
Indeed.
But I feel like it exists within the realm of the Oktoberfest.
I agree. It is a fall beer to me. That's when I prefer it the most.
Correct.
I love it year round.
Yep.
I drink the Erdinger Dunkel all the time.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's fantastic.
It's a staple.
You got any bottle words?
Yep. All natural, bottle fermented.
Oh, that's cool.
Gebraucht nach dem Bayerischen Riffelgebot.
Which means Chuck brewed this beer, and he hopes that you love this beer.
Edelweiss.
Made in Edelweiss.
Erdinger is brewed all naturally using traditional bottle fermentation, never pasteurized.
Probably what it actually means.
And it's best before August this year.
Or was it brewed in August?
Best before.
So we're drinking a month-old beer. All right.
Might be a little off, but hey, an off Dunkel is better than a great Budweiser.
I think that is the correct saying.
That's the way I heard it. Subtle color change.
Thank you, sir. Oh boy, that's dark.
Yeah, she dark.
Man. My thought process with the Dunkel here too is that like this takes the roasty toasty malty notes and like pushes it further. It's even more roasty toasty malted.
Indeed.
So like the malt that's being used here, this malted barley, these malted grains, is just you toast it a little bit longer.
Yep.
And you bring out a little bit more of those caramely notes. So that's also my thought process here.
I like it. I mean, I'm all in favor of it. I am going to say that I'm concerned.
Why?
I'm worried my love for the Dunkel might obliterate the Oktoberfest.
Really?
And just may.
Interesting.
I'm hoping that they are able to stand up to it.
Yeah.
And hold their own. I really am.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I
We'll see.
love a Dunkel,
We'll see.
man.
It's dark.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't.
Yes.
I'm holding it up to the light, and
Almost coffee dark.
you can barely see through. It's like a dark coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the nose.
I don't get much of a nose.
No, me neither. But it's that bitter that pokes through. It's that coffee bitter on the nose for me.
Yeah. Sharp bitter.
Yeah. It's like almost. You ever smelled iodine before?
Sure.
It's like crisp bitter.
Yeah.
Like like. Hooah! Not that like you don't want to go around drinking iodine, but
It got me.
man,
That and I'm starting to get like some chocolate coming
yeah,
through.
you sit with it a minute, and it's like dark chocolate heading into milk chocolate.
Yeah.
It's like delicious smelling. Oh, you ready to taste
Is
it?
it okay?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
You want to say it?
Yeah, I'm going in. That's pretty good.
Yeah. What's nice about it is, again, it's those roasted, malty, toasted notes,
Yep.
but just more of it.
Yep.
And I think the sweetness, what I like about a Dunkel, what I like about this is the sweetness actually comes down a little bit,
Yep.
and the bitter comes up just slightly, and you get more roasty toasty.
Yep. I will say it's not the grand slam that I thought.
Oh.
Compared to the Oktoberfest.
Okay.
I thought coming after the Oktoberfests, this was just going to hit me right in the right spot.
Sure.
It's great, but it's not a runaway.
Yeah, and I know that this, and partially why I picked it too is because I know this is a favorite, like literally brand and beer of yours. Like you really like this brand.
Indeed.
So I'm a little, I don't know. I'm not surprised, but I'm also surprised.
It almost feels like over carbonated.
It's probably because it's old.
Maybe.
Well, okay, I agree, but it's because it's bottle fermented. It's gonna have a different characteristic than what you're used to here recently in drinking it.
Draft.
Yeah. Because like it's gonna have a different characteristic because they're bottle fermenting.
Right.
So bottle fermentation, you're adding just a little bit of sugar as you put it in the bottle. So the yeast that's kind of like left over from fermentation will then activate again and then give you that, well, the carbonation in the bottle.
Right. So do you think there's going to be like variations?
Actually, yeah. So like if they're brewing all of this in Germany and they're shipping it, that's going to possibly affect the flavor slightly, but also like each batch is going to be just a little different. Like your goal is to get it all consistent,
right?
But any home brewer knows like you could literally do the exact thing every single time, and it's going to be just slightly different.
So I think already having it now sit, I think some of that carbonation is escaping.
Yeah.
I'm already getting way more like milk chocolate, caramelly kind of sweetness poking through now.
See, for me, a Dunkel is also a beer that like shouldn't be crispy cold.
Yeah.
It should be like just north, not lukewarm, but like
50 degrees.
Yeah. It shouldn't be, 32.
Yeah.
It should be just a little higher because I think that's where it really starts to sing.
Yep.
And
I mean, we know cold masks flavor.
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah. So
And
the more it
this-
warms up,
Right.
more flavor going to get out of it.
Hey, before we go on to our next set of 3 beers,
Sure.
you want me to hit you with some Oktoberfest facts?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, if you got them.
This is about the 2023 Oktoberfest, which actually, in terms of us recording this, just started, this past weekend.
No kidding.
Yeah, and if you've been on the social media and you've looked at anything at all about the Oktoberfest, man, it's quite busy this year.
Just saw a video earlier about a lady carrying 13 steins. Just incredible. Good on her.
Good on her.
Had 6 here, 6 on top, and fit one right in the middle.
That's
Off she
impressive.
went. Off she went.
Yeah, so this year, Oktoberfest started on September 16th. It's held in Munich, and it's really a big fair kind of festival right now.
Right.
They've canceled Oktoberfest 24 times. This is the 188th Oktoberfest. It's held this year between September 16th and October 3rd. So we're right in the middle.
Nailing it. We're doing the right thing this
right
year.
in the middle of it.
We finally learned it.
It starts off with parades and concerts, and it's not just a big beer drinking festival. It's we've talked about this before. It's a celebration of some royals and some weddings and a bunch of things like that.
Probably the burr months.
Probably.
We're finally there.
But there are several beer tents, and that's kind of where all the magic happens, I think. I'm not going to try and butcher all the names of these beer tents, but there's the Old Oktoberfest or the Old Weissen. I guess I am going to try and butcher all of them. Yeah. There's that's the only one that I can see the name of.
There's the young Oktoberfest, the young Weissen.
There's a bunch of different beer tents, and like these beer tents, man, they can hold like several thousand people each. So like it's not like your backyard camping Coleman tent, like,
six person tent.
Yeah, no. This is a little bit bigger.
They set these up like downtown.
I don't know if it's in
Munich.
I don't know if it's in downtown Munich.
Or they find like a place out in the country.
No, I mean,
set up
it's
a tent.
From what I can tell, it's kind of Munich proper. Like I don't know if it's like downtown, but
Right. Center,
you're
city center.
You're in the city. Only beer from Munich is actually sold at Oktoberfest. So like you're only getting beer from that area.
Right. Only getting Erdinger.
I think that's actually from Munich, is it?
Crafted in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Brewed and bottled by Erdinger Weissbrau in Erding, Germany.
Yeah. So like
Erdinger.
you can get the Hacker Shore, you can get the Spaten Franziskaner, you can get the Lovenbrau, you can get Paulaner. Like
there you go.
Those are the kind of like beers or big beer names that you maybe have heard before. Did you know that you cannot start drinking until the mayor of Munich taps the first beer keg?
I have seen that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And in fact, like we were at an Oktoberfest where we watched a traditional beer keg tapping.
Yep.
Shout out to our friends at the Von Trapps.
Yep.
Yeah.
The family brewers.
The beer brewed during Oktoberfest is stronger than the normal beer. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, just a little bit. This says that there are 17 beer tents. I couldn't find that there were 17
this year.
Yeah.
So do you think it's like these are the official tents, and they're all providing a similar experience?
From what I can
or
tell,
like, are you trying to like you've got your map and you're trying to hit up each tent throughout the season?
From what I can tell, like people will like flock to a tent. Like this is the thing I do. I go to this tent. Like, there's a bunch of like fair kind of rides. There's a bunch of, food like that.
Right.
But
ride the bratwurst.
Right.
It's like their log ride.
Got it.
Splash with mustard.
It's just Dunkel. No, that's what hit you in the face.
Ooh.
Lick my lips. Now, from what I understand, and like again, we haven't been to Oktoberfest proper, but it's like each beer tent has essentially the same beers or roughly like the same kind of experience, but the food is different and maybe like the beers are slightly different on offer.
Gotcha.
So people tend to like, this is the tent I go to.
Gotcha.
And like, if you've seen pictures, I mean, just everybody do yourself a favor right now. Just Google Oktoberfest 2023 pics and like, those places are packed.
Yeah.
And it's insanity.
Yeah, you're
right
going to make
now.
friends.
Yeah, absolutely. The cost of a liter of beer. So from everything I found online is like you buy this kind of commemorative stein, and the stein is $29. So like it's a big ceramic
Hefty.
stein. Yeah. You can buy the commemorative stein, or you can buy like the glass steins that you see kind of everywhere.
Right.
Commemorative stein is $29, and I think you get to fill it for just like a little bit cheaper. But this year the beers, and this is the Hacker Shore Festbier, is $14.40. So €14 40 per liter, which is maybe 16, $17 US. That's not bad for a liter of beer. And that's in the Festhallen, which is one of the tents. And then in the Old Weissen, the traditional Fest beer is $14.10.
Not bad.
So it seems like most of them tend to be around that 14 euro range.
Bring it on.
So like $16, give or take. That's, I mean, for a liter of beer.
And do you know, do you have any knowledge of, is it nightly? Or is it only on the weekends, only certain nights? We take every Tuesday off. Do you know?
Yeah, so the Oktoberfest is open 7 days a week from this year, the 16th to the 3rd. And it is open 10 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. And on Saturdays and Sundays, beer is served from 9 to 11:30.
Epic.
Yeah.
Man.
In the big tents, the last beer and the last music is at 10:30. And in the small tents, it says such as chicken fryer, snack, and cafe tents. Okay. The last beer and music is at 11 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. The map of this thing is just like epic, man. It's insane. Like there's yeah. And based on this map that I'm looking at, it's not city center, but it's
looks like it's in a park.
It's legit in a park in Munich. Like I think it must be like the Oktoberfest park.
Central Park.
Something like that. In years past, the I guess the average is 1.8 million gallons of beer, which I don't know if that seems like a lot or not enough.
in a 2-week time period.
Uh-huh.
It seems like a lot of beer.
It does seem like a lot of 1.8 million gallons.
Gallons, not liters.
Yeah.
Not pints.
Gallons. How long does it take them to brew all that beer, man? That's crazy.
I wonder what like the average like person that goes.
Uh-huh.
How many times do they go?
Oh, that's a good question.
I guess like locals. Like kind of like I'm
Sure.
thinking of it like in terms of like here locally right now.
Yeah.
Halloween Horror Nights.
Sure.
And like I know people that will go probably like 3 times a week all the way through the run of Halloween Horror Nights.
Right.
Like
which
they
is
just love to
like
go
a
do
big
it.
horror. If you're not familiar, it's like a big horror
Halloween festival
kinda,
thing at one of the theme parks
haunted
here.
houses. Yeah.
And but they also have like, you know, like special food items and things like that. Like it's a whole kind of a party scene also. And I know people will go literally like at least once a week.
Sure.
Leading up to it. Is Oktoberfest a multiple visited experience, or is it kind of just a one and done, like we did it? We went and did the thing.
I will say this. To go to Oktoberfest, to walk onto the festival grounds, it's free. So like you're not paying anything to like just be there.
That just seems impossible.
So
this day and age,
like what you're paying for if you want to ride rides, and then like, you know, obviously food and beer. Like that's what you're paying for.
There's no admission cost.
There's no admission cost. Yeah. So my assumption is if you're a local, like you're probably going to go a couple of times. I mean, obviously, is it like the New York thing where like no New Yorker goes to see, you know, the Statue of Liberty? I don't think it's that. I think it's like,
I wouldn't think so.
I think it's like, this is a huge fair. This
culturally
is,
based.
yeah, exactly. Like this is the thing that we're going to go do.
That doesn't seem possible.
What?
That there's no charge.
Yeah. I mean,
there's no admission fee.
I'm looking at the website right now, man.
Well, I'm just wondering if like, if it's like a, you know, yeah, no, once you get here, like it's a $30 entry fee.
Yeah, the old Weizen, or the old Oktoberfest, south side of the venue, which is a 200-year-old Oktoberfest anniversary celebration. After 9 p.m., the entry is free. It costs €4 to enter that, like that, which I think is one of the big main tents.
Right.
Which, outside of that, it says the large and small beer tents don't charge for entry or require tickets. You don't need a reservation to enter a tent, except when the tents are closed because of overcrowding. Which, from what I can tell,
maybe that happens
right
super
quick. Yeah, like I don't know if you've seen like the videos of people like just like booking it to these tents, man.
Right.
But like Carol showed me a couple of videos. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. Like literally, it's like the gate opens and people are just like sprinting and they're lederhosen, and like it's intense. Literally,
bummer.
The beer tents
and 17 tents.
Correct. Yeah.
That might be the deal breaker.
So, that's just a few things about Oktoberfest.
Interesting.
And if you want more information on Oktoberfest, which I know you don't because we've already done this.
Right.
But you can go check out our episodes in past years.
Yeah. We got a lot of
Oktoberfest. We got some other FAQs. We got some other like Oktoberfest
Oompapa music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So go check those out too.
Okay.
Hey, you ready to go on to the next one?
Yeah, I'm thirsty.
Let's do it. It's my go, right?
Your turn.
Here I go. I got a perennial favorite, except for last year. The Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
In a can.
In a can.
Wow.
You know, okay, so I think I mentioned this in the podcast before, but I might have cut it out. I don't know.
I don't think you did.
Okay. I found it in a can.
Yep.
And I have not seen it in a can since I found it first time in a can.
Wild.
Have you seen it in a can?
Nope.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
That's weird.
Well, here we go.
Okay.
Do you like that sound?
That was beautiful.
You want me to do it again?
Okay.
I can't because I opened the can.
Oh, shit. Didn't even think about it. Oh, baby. Gorgeous.
I know. Look at that.
Beautiful color.
Back to Oktoberfest Marzenland.
Yep.
I would say this is a little bit more on the red side.
Yeah, a little darker, a little more brown. But yeah.
Okay. This is like clear. Like not color-wise, but like
no haze.
Yeah, no haze.
Fogginess.
Like, I can see you upside down in my glass.
Same. There's even two of you in there.
Wow. We haven't had that many Oktoberfest.
They just came together.
Oh, man. Yep. That is fantastic.
That's what it should look like.
Agreed.
Love it.
Brown bread.
Yeah.
Like just,
yeah.
Like fresh baked brown bread.
Yep. Where is that place? It serves those big old brown Texas Roadhouse or somewhere. Big old brown rolls. Good shit.
A little honey butter. Man. And I love that, like the malted note, the brown bread note, and then just like this pink of bitter. Man.
Yeah. And malt. Okay. My concern, I remember it from last year.
I'm listening.
Is our complaint last year was this artificial sweetness came through.
Yep.
A little off-putting compared to everything else that we had at the table that day.
Yep.
But I haven't had, this year's Oktoberfest from Sam Adams. So this is
correct.
This is it.
Here we go. Going in.
Nah, they got it this year.
Yep. Yeah.
That's great.
I wondered last year if it was just like a batch I got, but it was throughout the time that I had Oktoberfest last year. Like throughout the month or so.
How many six packs you say y'all went through?
I buy the 12 pack of them.
Sure.
So we probably had 2 of those, maybe 3.
Right.
And then like,
but it was the same throughout.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I think, okay. I remember we bought 2 of those, like 2 12 packs in the bottles. And I remember having it on draft in a couple of places, which again is limited time. And every time I had it, it was like, oh, that's still there.
Right.
And this year, it's not there.
Yeah.
That slight medicinal note is just gone. And it to me, it's back to what it was.
Yeah. That's just classic right there. That great breadiness on the back end.
I will say it's on the sweeter end of the Oktoberfest and Marzens that we've done.
Sure.
It's a little bit sweeter, but fantastic.
But I don't, I'm not mad about it. I mean, it's nice to have the balance. It's nice to have the difference. But man, just beautiful.
Delightful. All right, shall we?
Okay.
Your turn. Reaching the magic bag of fun. What'd you get?
I've got Green Bench Festbier Lager
Yes.
from St. Pete.
St. Pete.
It is 5.8%,
Okay.
27 IBUs.
Nice.
How nice that they put that on there.
That's good to know.
A seasonal tradition.
Lies.
Brewed,
That's actually true.
brewed and canned in St. Petersburg, Florida. The origin. Unlike Marzen, Festbier began to replace the export counterpart in Germany in the early 1990s with a more golden color, a medium-high bread dough, and less richly toasted intensity.
Ooh.
Festbier is more akin to a heavy-bodied Helles with more hop flavor.
Okay. Interesting.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, me neither.
Brewed with imported German Pilsner, Vienna, and Munich malts, Festbier's clean and moderately strong malty flavor was developed entirely through a traditional double decoction process and natural carbonation, resulting in an authentic German-inspired celebratory lager. Crack it, drink it, recycle.
Do it. I love your weariness of opening a can. You're like, I don't know.
Shit, they're scaring me now.
Yeah, that's a totally different color. Look at that, man.
Well, that's super interesting. I didn't know that about the Festbier.
Yeah, me neither.
And then it's only from the 1990s.
Yeah.
So interesting. So yeah, this is certainly a lighter,
Definitely lighter.
urine colored.
Agreed. Straw water. Just a little straw water.
Woo!
Oh, wow.
Speaking of urine,
On the nose, you get a
Shit.
funky note. A little bit of a
men's restroom.
the urinal cake, yeah. A little bit of urinal cake in there. There's some funk. There's a little bit of funk.
I'm not gonna say it's pleasant, man.
No,
It's not one I want to like cuddle up with.
huh?
Sitting by a fire.
A little kind of like cinch up my nostrils there a bit.
It's not my nostril.
All right. Well,
Man,
for science.
Have you had this yet?
Nope.
No shit.
Yeah.
I saw it the other day. I almost grabbed it.
Shall we?
Yes.
Here we go. It is not the notes that you get on the nose. Like the palate is
Completely different.
completely different.
Yeah.
I would dare say pleasant.
Yeah. It's close.
Pleasant-esque. It's muted.
It's weird. Like I think coming off of these malty, darker, with a touch of caramel, other palates.
Yeah.
To come to this one, which was predominantly bitter
Yes. Yes.
and like a touch sour.
A little bit of a hop note, but it's like a whiff of a hop. It's like, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it a hop?
It was.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. You just
Goes
you gotta.
really fast. Right.
I mean, I think it's a shift, and I think that this is more lawn mowing beer. Like this is a little more crushable. It's lighter. It's lighter in flavor.
Yeah, I'd be interested to like if that was the first one.
Sure. Oh, that's a good point.
I think it would taste completely different.
Absolutely.
I mean, like the nose is already completely different.
Oh yeah. Like sitting with it for a second.
That real funk is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't smell like.
Dog water.
Yeah. It smells fine now.
Yeah. I like it because of the difference.
Same.
Like just slight difference.
Last one.
You ready?
I'm so ready.
Are you sure? I don't know if I wanted to end.
I am ready. Yeah,
Okay.
because I've actually been looking forward to this one.
All right, here we go. This is the Blue Point Oktoberfest,
Blue Point.
which I've never had.
Me neither. I mean, I've had Blue Point.
Yeah, I've had Blue
not-
Point
not
regular.
there.
Yeah.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, out of this lineup, there are there are 4 that I have not had.
Epic.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, and I mean, prior to this Oktoberfest season, there are 4 that you've not had either.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Shall we?
We shall. I believe in you.
I believe in myself. What color is it going to be?
I bet it's going to be like orangey. Same color as the can.
If it's purple.
Oh.
It's a little lighter.
Yeah. A little different.
Lighter than some of the other Oktoberfest.
Yep.
Slight haze.
A little bit of haze. But yeah, this is definitely like leaning more towards like a lighter orange.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah,
Tangerine?
still pretty.
Sure.
Still pretty.
No nose. Don't smell like nothing.
mine's just more malt forward. Don't get much caramel. Don't get much roasty toasty. Just kind of malty.
You know what mine smells like?
What's that?
Beer.
Water?
Got a little beery note.
Huh.
Okay.
That's a good note.
Coming around, yeah, malt is basically all I get. But to be fair, because we've had so many,
Yeah.
Kind of high malt things, if you will,
Right.
it makes sense. Little tropical fruit,
Huh.
like a little bit of pineapple. Weirdly,
Must have been on the bottom half.
maybe. Maybe I'm just like, what?
Well, all right. So what's your experience with Blue Point? You had a few things.
Nah, not really. I mean,
Only thing that really stands out to me is they had this one that was like, I forget what they called it, Sunshine something, and it was like a high ABV
oh yeah,
orange citrus beer thing.
That's fantastic.
And I loved it.
You drink one of those and you put it on your ass, or
Yeah.
you don't put it on your ass, it puts you on your ass.
Its ass.
Right.
And they had it for BOGO.
I remember.
And I bought
yes.
2 and got 2, so I had 24 of them badasses. And by the time I finished them, I was like, I hate this shit.
I remember this.
It was too much.
I remember this.
Like by the time I was done with it, they were so sweet.
Yeah.
Because of the high ABV, just too much flavor. But I remember loving them, obviously, because I got so many of them.
I think it's been on an episode.
Did we?
I think so.
Maybe like early on.
Yeah.
One of those like 3-pack.
Sure.
Here's 3 random beers kind of a thing.
I remember like pouring it, and it was like orange juice, like chunky,
Looking like high C.
literally. Yeah.
Fanta.
Yeah, I was hoping like in our banter back and forth a little bit, like I would get something else.
Not yet.
No. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm going in.
Here we go.
Huh.
That's great.
Yeah. Fantastic. I would actually put it closer to the Sam Adams.
I
I
think
think
put it
it's,
in that ballpark.
I think it's a little on the sweeter end, and the bitter is just slightly muted here.
And a lovely bready on the end of it.
Yeah,
Love
you get that like really nice, like chewy bready.
Yeah, straight up doughy.
You mentioned earlier a yeast roll, but like a
dinner roll.
Yeah, like a warm yeast roll. That yeast roll, and it's not quite done in the center.
Yep.
And it's just a little undercooked in the best way.
Yep. That's solid. If I would say one, I wish the flavors, like the flavors for me are on like about a 6.
Good.
They're great
point.
flavors. I wish they were at like an 8 or a 9 though.
Good point.
You know?
Yes.
And I want to say it perhaps tastes a little watered down.
I think it's
Just ever so slightly.
I agree. I think it's a little mass manufactured. Like that's what
Sure,
I get.
sure.
And to be fair, I think Blue Point is one of those breweries that was acquired by AB.
Okay.
And kind of the starting to expand into the craft beer market.
Right.
So that might be part of it.
Right.
And I think when you get that, you kind of get, which makes sense in my comment earlier about Sam Adams. Like it's it's a big beer company. You get some of those, highly manufactured aspects.
Well, or an off year.
But I mean, this is fantastic.
Yeah, no, this is great. I mean, if to me, I would almost say it's like classic.
Classic.
Quintessential Oktoberfest. It's got all the right notes to it, and it's friendly. I can't imagine anybody taking a sip of this and being like, ew, that's no good. Even if you're a blue can drinker.
Right. Yeah,
This is still pretty great.
And that's a good point. Like this is I feel the same way about Sam Adams. Like it's great. I love that beer. It's a beer made for everybody.
And what was the ABV on this? 5.5?
5.7.
5.7. Go through a big old stein of that real quick. Just
All right. So here's what I think we do real quick. We still got a little bit left in each of these cans and bottles. Let's just pour it. And what do? We run through it and we say like what we'd like a pour of and what we could leave behind.
Okay.
Damn, that Erdinger, man. Like seriously, I feel like that's a beer. You're going to drink it, pull it out of the fridge for 5 minutes. Let it sit.
Yeah, crack it, open it, pour it, come back to it. It's kind of like how I do coffee in the morning. Go over and make my cup of coffee, and then just let it sit there.
Let it warm.
Let the heat drop off of it.
Yeah.
Let it cool down a little bit so I can start gulping it.
All right. Can you make a decision about which one of these cans you're going to finish? I feel like that's a good way to put it.
For what's slapping me right now,
Sure.
I'm going to go for that. We hit it right off the bat. That walking tree. Volksmarch.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Love it.
Like that thing is great.
Yeah, it's got really good flavors, and they're singing.
Yeah.
Like they're loud.
To me, it's the correct balance.
Yep.
It's sweet. It's roasty toasty. There's a nice bitter on the end.
Yep.
I wish I knew exactly what the ABV was.
Right.
But I know that it's not pushing 6.5%, 7%.
Yeah.
It's not super light. It's got a great mouthfeel. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Good stuff.
Runner up, if I can.
Sure.
I know we said we wouldn't rank them.
Yeah.
But runner up,
Runner up.
Schlafly.
Schlafly.
Yeah.
They slap it.
Schlafly slaps it
Slapped it.
for 2 reasons: not mass produced,
Right.
and everything I said about the first one.
Yeah.
I mean,
pretty similar.
Yeah, they really are.
It's just kind of like pick your poison.
Right.
You could flip it and be just fine with it.
Absolutely.
Man, I'm gonna throw an honorable mention out there to that Blue Point.
Do it.
I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Blue Point. That's actually better than I thought it would be.
I agree.
Yeah, no, just like I'm not sure that what I expected from it. But as far as just solid and all around gives you what you want, it's remarkably similar to the Sam Adams. So I'm just kind of impressed that they were able to put that together
I agree completely.
for some reason. I don't know why I'm impressed, but I am.
Outside of what you mentioned about Blue Point, I don't have a relationship with Blue Point.
Yeah.
But
Blue Point.
I noticed that. I don't have a relationship with Blue Point, but I find that fantastic.
Yeah, that's delightful. I mean, that's definitely one that it's like, if I saw it, I'd buy it.
You what?
I'd buy it. If I saw it out there and I needed an Oktoberfest and, I totally have a 6-pack of that in,
For sure.
in the garage.
For sure.
It relates so well to the walking tree.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're a good pairing. Are you doing them all?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't doing them all. I ain't letting that one ruin it.
Oh, no, I didn't have any more of that.
Okay. That's like, nah, she's staying out.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your thought.
I think I got it out.
Okay. All right. I'm going to mix everything but one of them.
Toby, throw the old woman out. Sweeney Todd reference.
Mm-hmm.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you why. That little bit of addition of the Erdinger,
The dinger.
that's what does it. That Erdinger does a
We
dinger.
don't do nothing but hit dingers.
Ka-toom!
Man, why does that work every time?
I don't know. Don't know.
That's the best of them all. That gives you everything you want.
Mm-hmm. So here's my experience.
Yep.
You
You
get
buy
3 or 4 Oktoberfest, you just
6-pack,
mix them.
throw them all together.
Yeah,
big old
then
batch.
you got to get the best Oktoberfest you ever had. So that's it. That's it.
How many beers you gonna have tonight? I'm gonna have 4 at the same time.
I got me a liter glass. I'm gonna pour all my beers together. It's gonna be delicious.
I don't think that's wrong.
No.
I think that's actually
I
the
think
right
it's
way to
probably
do
the
it.
right way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, get you that walking tree. Get you the Erdinger.
Yeah.
Get you a Blue Point. Get you Sam Adams.
Just look.
Look.
Pour it on in there.
Throw it in.
Pour it up.
Delicious.
Well, you got anything else?
Also,
That's it. That's all I got.
nailed it.
Yeah. This is great.
Yeah.
I love just kind of like moving through a quick tasting like this and trying a bunch of things and seeing what comes out on top.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And I think we did.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. I think we came out on top.
Well, I mean, we are the winners of this episode.
Indeed.
Indeed. And everyone else can be a winner too if you go try some Oktoberfest beers.
Indeed.
That's all you got to do.
Let us know where you found a good one.
Pretty easy. You know what? Even better, if you've got a good one that we haven't had,
Yeah.
let us know or get in touch with us and you can send us a good one that we haven't had.
Even better.
And we'll feature it on an episode.
Yeah.
Even though we've already done an Oktoberfest episode, why not?
Yeah.
We love that beer.
Special episode.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we want to know what you think about the Oktoberfest / Marzen / Festbier / Dunkel, the beers that you drink around Oktoberfest.
Yeah. The fall beer lineup.
There it is.
Short of the pumpkin.
Right. That deserves its own episode.
Because it's unique.
Indeed it is.
Yeah.
We also want to know, what do you think about Oktoberfest as a whole? Have you been to Oktoberfest?
Love to hear about it.
Are we missing out?
Do we need to go?
I think we do, but like we gotta make it happen. It's a tough month to get to
If I got
Germany.
a rope drop to run into a tent to drink beer at 9:00 in the morning. I'm not saying I won't, but
But I feel like that's a long ass way to go to do that, like a day.
yeah.
If I'm already in Germany, okay, but like
Okay, I'll go see some other things.
yeah, but
They got wieners over there too.
yeah,
Let's go.
yeah. Well, you can get in touch with us through email. It's drippinstone@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with us through social media.
It's always one word, Drep and Stone, DREP and Stone. Will find us. You can find us wherever you socialize your media.
And media, you're socializing.
Indeed.
And we love it if you support the podcast. You can do that through Patreon. That's patreon.com/DrepandStone. A lot of cool things going on there. You can also support the podcast by rating Drep and Stone wherever it is you find great podcasts like this one. And finally, Kyle,
Yeah.
you can support the podcast by telling someone about Driven Stone.
Yeah, you sure can.
You're at an Oktoberfest event,
Yeah.
local,
Yep.
or in Germany.
Sporting that lederhosen.
Indeed. You look over to that person next to you. They've got a leader.
Hey,
You've got a leader.
nice leader.
Yeah. I feel like that's exactly how you have to, like, hey, you happy to see me, or you just got a nice leader?
Nice leader.
Ugh.
if you're in a Oktoberfest in Australia.
Right.
Nice leader.
You've got a leader. The person next to you has a leader. You clink leaders.
Yeah. Clink, clink.
Clink, clink. And you say, hey, Prost.
Prost.
Have you heard about Driven Stone?
Yeah. I'm listening to them right now.
Me too.
It's their Oktoberfest episode.
It is their Oktoberfest episode.
Yeah.
We're at an Oktoberfest. This is fantastic.
Yeah, very crazy.
You want to be best friends?
You know it. Yeah. I mean, it's a perfect scenario.
That's how that happens.
Yep.
Easy as that.
Magic made.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
May your glass overflow.
And your ass never show.
Those are new glasses.
New glass cheers. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Hey, welcome to the Driven Stone podcast. A podcast?
Bobcat. That word is awful. It's just, we've ruined that word. Prost.
Thanks.
Took one to the lip.
Which is better than sludgy bitch from last week.
Sludgy bitch.
Sludgy bitch? I did say bitch, didn't I?
God damn. I don't remember that.
Well, the yogurt.
Yogurt.
You know what sucks about a beer tasting episode?
The burpage. No. All the smacking.
Yep.
Smacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of smacks to edit.
I mean,
Just on the spot. It's punishable by death. No jury. Death.
man. Oh, good.
And the tickle bits.
Oh, yeah? Where do they put that yeast?
They well
Bend over and I'll show you. Can't take one more whiff of this. Yeah, it's got a little goopy goop on it. I don't hate it.
I don't like it, but I also don't hate it.
It's like the unpleasant part of walking around a farm. Meaning, like, you stepped in shit. And it's, like, following you. It's like everything's still, like, you can still smell the hay and the...
Oh, dear God.
But you know what I mean? You can still smell all the pleasant things, but you can also...
I took a trip through
there's a lot of shit around you.
I took a trip through the mountains of Ireland, and there's a lot of sheep. I don't know if you know this or not. Yeah, and you get out and you breathe deep, and you're like, "There's a lot of shit around here."
It smells like...
But it smells.
What's that Irish soap?
Irish Spring.
Yeah. It smells like a
sheep
shit out here. Then we clink other things.